Oh no, my healers are getting targeted by the Mutterfounder. We have to keep freezing. We have to keep raging. This queen is staying barely alive at this point. Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. And today is the last day of the Legends season. And as you guys see, I still keep going with the Queen Shot Rocket Loons because that's my favorite attack strategy right now. Not only want to go for the most broken things right now, which is the Royal Ghost, and abuse them. No, because I still want to have fun in the game. I want to have fun attacking, and that's exactly what we're about to do today. We want to have fun. We want to attack some bases and legends, and let's see where I can finish with this more fun style strategy and how far we can make it. Okay, we have our first ring base, I would call it, to be honest, because right now everyone is running ring bases and legends because, well, they're the best, most likely the best option to defend against Royal Ghosts. Because some people might think, it's why using Queen Shot Rocket Loons if you could just use Royal Ghosts? Well, I have still honor and not abuse them, kinda ish. Either way, it's just way more fun to use like a more complex strategy, at least in my opinion. So I'm just keep using the Queen Charge Rocket Loons, which I enjoy so much. I'm not going to use those Royal Ghost. Hopefully they're gone anyways really soon because everyone is running them. It's so annoying, it's so annoying. But hey, if it's fun for the casuals, I don't mind. But at least for me, I want to keep riding, keep learning, keep improving, and that's not what you do with the Royal Ghost. Instead, on this base, we want to make sure that we're getting this base out of the way with the Queen Shot Rocket Loons instead. So what am I doing right now? It's pretty simple, to be honest. I'm just trying to start my queen at one of the corners of the base and then letting the queen decide whichever way she wants to go, up, down, wherever. And she's actually deciding to go to the bottom side. That's where I'm adding the king now, and the warden obviously as well, just to make sure that we're pushing our queen into the core, into the heart of this base to get down this town hall. This is like the key thing to take that out. As long as that's happening, I think we're looking good. The next wall break, the last wall break, is actually just to get this king further into the base because we're going to add the royal champ in there as well, just to improve, like just make this even stronger. Headhunters in to take down the defending king. Poison for the defending super. No, it's not like, it's like his headhunter. That was the right word. Guys, I'm so afraid if there's at some point super headhunters, that's going to be brutal. But let's get back to the attack, dealing with that town without any problems. The king and everything is dealing on the outside with all of those outside buildings, and our queen keep going, keep smashing that town hall. And as soon as that's down, she's actually now following the royal champ and the king around the side, following this path, following the ring. And remember, this is a Queen Charge Rocket Loon attack, which means we have not really even started yet with our Rocket Loons. Or we have used a couple of them to like funnel or like support of all of our main push. But instead of that, we still have our 8 Rocket Loons not even deployed yet. And this base already looks pretty smashed. We have another rage just to keep our queen alive and get her even further through the base. We have her ability left as well. Next rage is in. At this point, we have 30 seconds left. So let's just get them, get those Rocket Loons in to make sure that we're not running out of time. So this is our first 3-star. That looks already pretty solid to start the day off. And the first ring base out of the way. And trust me, everyone is running ring bases, so this is going to be a common thing today. I told you, another ring base, and another time we're going for the same approach, which means we're starting at one of the corners, letting the queen decide, and then adding the king and everything else. But this time around though, we have a little of a different setup. This last time, we had more like a diamond-shaped base, but just with a central town hall. This time we have an actual ring base. So when you're taking ring base, there's one important thing you should look out for. And that's the second layer, pretty much. That's the second ring of the base, because that's where the funneling is really tricky. The pathing of the queen is sometimes really tricky to predict. So what you're looking out for is buildings which are really close, which are close together, so the queen can hit the second layer building. For example, the air defense and then the wizard tower. The queen, you can see it right now, hitting the wizard tower, taking it down, so we can really easily control where the queen is going. She's going for the bottom side, and as soon as the queen has decided, as I said, start from the next corner with your king, with your warden, with your lock launcher this time as well, and your royal champion. All of this together is supposed to push the queen through the first wall break, which did not work. So this did not work, but at the same time, the lock launcher opened up the core for us, so we can actually get the queen into the core, into the tunnel compartment. So even if things are looking kind of messy, They are, but they are at the same time kind of controlled as well, because we are getting that queen to the town hall, which is the key thing. We have the royal champion, which is still dealing with another inferno tower, and then the queen can pretty much charge the entire core of this base, which is always the goal when attacking with this approach, when attacking with this army. So originally, like the normal plan, the normal approach is to get your queen charging into the first wall break and get the funneling done with your king and the log launcher. It did not work out, but still, it's looking really, really good for us, because the queen is now taking down both scatter shots. We have another rage, we have a couple of more freezes if we need them. Now the next rage, defending king is coming in. We have headhunters, but they would come in way too late. So instead, what I'm doing is just use the queen ability and now adding those rocket loons to give some more power to the queen and support her in some way. And at this point, just some more outside loons to tank the wizard tower, getting some more damage in. And then we have only this couple of Tesla and the Archer Tower on the top right. So that should be taken down without any problems as well. With that freeze together, it's no problem whatsoever. And this means we have this base restored. So this is pretty much always the same setup on those ring bases. Queen shot from one corner, let her decide, and then starting your other hero part to push her into the core. That's pretty much always the same setup for me. This time was a bit of a strange one, but let's see. I guess we're going to go for another ring base, so maybe I can show it again to you. And as I promised, another ring base, so let me show it again to you how to approach this setup. So again, we're starting at one corner of the base. This time though, we're starting on the left side, letting the queen walk to the top. Why exactly to the top? Because we want to take down the eagle. When using so many heroes, so many troop capacity in the beginning, the eagle is getting activated quite early. So being able to take that eagle out early as well is a really clutch thing. So the first priority when take a look at those ring bases most of the time is pathing, and then the next priority is kind of the defending eagle to make sure that your healers and your heroes itself are staying safe. So now we got everything done. We got the funneling down. We have used a couple of rocket loons to get the queen actually in the position where we need her to go for. And now at the top side, the king, the log launcher, everything in, and obviously the royal champion in there as well, just to make sure the push even stronger. With this push at the top side, the queen is getting pushed perfectly into the core of this base, into the heart of this base, which is to be honest, the most dangerous and the most, like, the weakest point of one of those legend bases, or like one of those ring bases actually. Because the most dangerous because there's so much damage, the weakest because there is so much damage, which means there is like nothing which could tank for the important defenses. As long as you're in the core, you're hitting only important defenses, which is Town Hall. Next building is the Inferno Tower, next building is the Scatter Shot, next building is the Warden, things like that. And you don't have to take any storages or whatsoever because, well, there are only important defenses inside the core of the base. Which, as I said, makes it weak, but at the same time, strong as well. It's kind of strange, but I hope you know what I'm trying to tell you with this. So far you can see the king sadly went around the outside. The king was supposed to walk inside. Yeah, I have to talk to the king the next time. But still, he did some good job on the outside, funneling, cleaning things up already, so we have less time problems. And the royal champ with those yetis did a good job of trying to do the job of the king and try to take down as much as possible. So on the back end with all of this, defending king stayed alive, but that shouldn't be any problem because that defending king can be just taken down with our queen ability, which we had not even used yet. So that's another good thing. Now some more rocket loons in to take down the bottom air defense, and now at this point just support the queen. Whenever there is damage on the queen which she cannot reach, add rocket loons. Whenever there's damage on the queen which she can't reach, add rocket loons. So you can see already how the procedure is. And at this point we have 30 seconds left, so we're adding just back-end rocket loons, doing some more cleanup, and this is going to be the next 3-star on the next ring base. This is how we can really easy approach all of those bases. And well, another 3-star for us in Legends. Oh, I know this guy, Klaus. Okay, that's a wild-looking base. Wait a sec, it's kind of like a ring base at the same. It's not. I guess he chose the ring, like overall a lot of people are using the ring base because of royal ghosts are not that strong against them. I guess that's how it works. And I guess this is why he's using this base as well. So let's see if we can somehow make it drop. So, I don't know, somehow. So what am I looking at? How do I approach this base? First off, I told you guys, pathing is the first most important thing. On this one, we can reach the second layer barracks right now with our queen, which means it's less likely that she's getting distracted and that she's walking not the way we would like her to go. So this is the first reason why we're starting at this side and why I'm going in from this angle. Now the next wall break to get her further inside, because this queen has to charge the town hall. I already told you and I showed you a couple of times how I approach this base, how I approach those bases, the setup of the ring base. And as we walk towards the top side, we now have to add the king and the lock launcher. So same procedure as every same procedure as every attack. That's the goal for us on this base. Right now, Royal Champ is in from the top side as well. Headhunter for the defending king, but defending hero. But wait a second, this is a lot of damage. The timing right now is really awful for us. We have to keep raging that queen. We have to keep freezing the multi-Ferment Tower, because the multi-Ferment Tower is actually on our healer. So things are looking not that great for us in general. But we just have to power through. Now I'm using rocket loons to somehow snap this multi, because this stupid multi has to go down. The lock launcher is damaging and damaging and damaging that town hall, which is great for us. Defending queen, we are freezing her to make sure that my headhunters and Royal Hero and everything can take her down. At this point, as long as we get the town hall, I think we're looking good. Rage to take down the defending king, because we have no headhunters left. We use them to take down the defending queen. Now my Yetis have to take down the town hall, which is not working. Great. Yay. Okay, but we have to use rocket loons. We can just keep using our rocket loons, using the invisibility spells to make sure that they are reaching the town hall. And thank goodness they took that down. That was so close, but the town hall is dropping. Another rage to keep my queen alive, and the queen is pretty much charging the entire base. And we're just supporting her with our heroes, with our rocket loons. This is pretty much what it's all about with this strategy, with this attack. And now, as we can see, the back end is getting smaller and smaller. We're just adding more rocket loons for the back end. The queen ability has not even used yet. And this means we're going to smash this base. 3 stars for us. And yeah, this base, it looked really interesting, it looked really, really strange. But hey, we're getting it done with the queen shot rocket loons. No one is defending that, obviously, in Legends. So good for us. Oh my god, this is such an interesting base. But to be honest, I have seen this base now already a couple of times in higher Legends. I'm at like 5.8k trophies, so not too high, not too low, I would consider. But at the same time, those bases, I think, are really annoying for Royal Ghosts. I mean, I think I've mentioned already at the beginning of the video, but the only reason why we have so many ring bases at the moment, and why I could do a video like this, where I pretty much have only ring bases, because all of those attacks are from one legend day. If you guys now think like, okay, Itzu has waited for days and days to get so many ring bases together. No, this is one legend day. That's it. It's just like in higher legends right now. Everyone tries to defend the Royal Ghost, which is nearly impossible if you're a good attacker, but those ring bases make it really, really hard, and especially the average player who's just trying to abuse the Royal Ghost is not having that great success on those type of bases. So that's kind of the whole story behind it. But at the same time, yeah, it's a really interesting looking base. Let's see how far we can push. We're going to try to go for the town hall with our hero push this time, with the lock launcher supporting everything. Sadly, it did open a little bit too early. I wanted to have the Yetis under the multi-Ferment Tower, which did not work out. I could have used maybe the Slammer as well instead of the lock launcher. The lock launcher was not that useful, but still, the king is getting the town hall, which is the key thing at this point. So only my queen has to stay alive at this point, which is easier said than done, because we have still 2 X-bows and a scatter on the back end. And the reason why those bases are pretty annoying to attack for the Royal Ghost is because those X-bows are so deep inside, which means it's not easy to snipe key buildings with your Royal Ghost. So that's kind of the whole story. Then most of the splash is getting protected by those storages. You can see the Wizard Tower right behind the storages, which takes forever for your Royal Ghost to take through. But for us, for a queen charge, yeah, it's time consuming, yeah, it's annoying, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. But wall breakers are really, really helpful. Not against this base, yeah. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the idea of like having Royal Ghost being OP against walls, and then just creating a base where the walls are just completely useless. I don't know, whatever. But still, just adding now the rocket loons at the back end is pretty much spamming them in. And this freeze was incredible. Freeze on the scatter, double X-bow, and multi-Ferment Tower. This is an incredible value right there. Another freeze, invisibility spell for the queen. And somehow... Wait a second, those red mines are pretty annoying, to be honest. But hey, whatever. Getting the tornado out of the way as well. At this point, it's only pretty much this Ferment Tower left. But we can still make it. And this base has given us the closest fight so far, so it's more annoying than it looks like, trust me, but either way. This is the last attack. Let's see how we finish. Okay, so let's see where exactly we finish this season. So, rank 7 in Germany, that's not too bad considering that we just had some fun and did some troll attacks, or like used the kind of like the army. Still, I guess I will just keep going with Kunststoff rocket tools. Let's see if I can improve for the next one. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this video as well. Let me know which raids you would like to see next on this channel and what type of videos you would like to see next. Thank you so much. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.